What a year 2020 has been, and I doubt that any of us will forget it. The year that we spent over 100 days in lockdown and the rest of our time following strict guidelines. I really thought that this was going to be my year, entering my 20s right, travelling and spending time with good friends, creating memories to last a lifetime. Little did I know what this year had in store for us all. When coronavirus first started to be talked about, I felt a sense of relief that it was all happening on the other side of the world, along with sympathy and sadness for those being affected by it. But that soon changed when it gained worldwide pandemic status, and the awareness of COVID-19 became such a huge part of all of our lives. I began to feel so isolated, surrounded by the same four walls, hearing politicians talking daily about new rules and measures, and the news of over 45 million cases of and 1 million deaths from coronavirus globally. I love the outdoors and exploring new places, travelling wherever I can, whether that be with friends or alone. I was at a loss as to what to do. After my 1 hour daily exercise and essential shopping if needed, I was left with an entire day ahead of me which would normally have been filled with seeing my boyfriend, getting the train to Edinburgh to see my friend who was studying there, or trips back to Tynemouth to see my mum and look out at the vast sea. I got to a point that the days sitting alone watching endless amounts of Netflix really began to take a toll on my mental health, and at that point I realised I needed to sort myself out. Randomly, I got the desire to learn to crochet, and that's what I did. I bought what I needed, and with the help of YouTube I managed. I spent hours crocheting, making myself a skirt and making blankets for the new babies arriving in my family. This put me onto a positive, creative streak, journaling, painting, which I had fallen out of love with years ago, and yoga. I am grateful to have learnt to crochet, something so simple, but it really did help to get me out of my negative headspace. Missing my parents was hard, but my mum began to send me postcards every week or two, which really brightened my day. As for my friends, social media is what got me through and allowed us to keep in touch, though it doesn't quite compare to the festivals and holidays we had planned for the year. I began to long for the painfully lengthy train journeys across Europe and the running through airports to catch a flight with 1 minute to spare. I suppose that's what creates memories you look back on in years to come, not the days spent in your room feeling down. The main thing that affected me throughout lockdown was not being able to go to Switzerland to see my uncle, cousins and grandparents. I had hoped to go twice this year in order to spend as much time with my Grossi and Opa as possible, but still, any plans of going have had to be put on hold indefinitely. I miss walking around seeing where my dad grew up and breathing in the alpine air, hearing silence with the distant clatter of cowbells in the mountains. Lockdown wasn't bad for everything though. It taught me more than I thought I would learn about myself at this age. It is a scary and magical thing, consciously being so involved in your own mind and learning to understand the sheer power that it holds. Thankfully, I had the power to influence it and change my thoughts to gain a more positive outlook on the year. Though there are bad days and sadness and missing important people in my life, I try to focus on the positives in my world. I'm lucky to have such amazing friends and family and a supportive boyfriend. I live with 2 wonderful friends in a comfortable home, and I also understand that everything is temporary. What I'm worrying about today will be a distant thought in 2 years. I am excited to see what 2021 has to hold. However, if this year has taught me anything, it is to not have expectations. I look forward to graduating university and beginning the next chapter of my life, and to look back on this year with special people so we can reminisce, laugh, and be grateful that it's all over.